Hello everyone, welcome to the ichimokucharts.com daily analysis for gold for Tuesday, August 20th, 2013. Well, a change of trend today and a candle that's made a lower high and a higher low. Previous day's trading we had continuation of a trend that began quite a few periods ago, and that was about 3 or 4 trading periods ago, with a very bullish candle to the upside, broke out above the important intermediate 1350 level of support and then traded up to the 1380 level of previous support and resistance. The previous day's candle tested up above there and sold off in a significant manner with a bearish type of candle. It was actually a Japanese candlestick reversal pattern. It was a bearish engulfing pattern, and today we have had confirmation of that change of trend, with the market making a lower high and a lower low. The problem here for this candle that's made this lower high and lower low is that it's on a spinning top type candle, and spinning tops are where we have a small body and a largish shadow on the top and the bottom, and they're candles of indecision. And this doesn't give us a lot of faith in the market testing down to lower levels now. We have a market here that's bound between strong resistance overhead, and the market did test back up to that 1380 level of resistance, and now we have had price rejection from the 1380 level for the third consecutive trading day, but the market found support at the 1350 level, and this highlights very, very strongly how previous resistance can turn into support. And that 1350 level has now become an important level of support. There is a possibility of the market testing down through there, but there is very strong support down below that area where the market's trading. But with this indecision in the market, we're not really clear how this market will proceed. The trend is down technically with a lower high and lower low, but certainly the sellers are not strong in this market. In fact, the buyers have managed to take back control from the sellers that they won for the previous day's trading by closing up between the midpoint level and the high. We have a white bodied candle again, so only one period of a black bodied candle, and then we're expecting to see some decent follow through. We did, in terms of the extent that the low was traded down below the previous low, but we saw the the sellers losing commitment as they tested to that previous level of resistance, now acting as support. So a lot of indecision in this market at the moment. If the market is going to trade higher up above the 1380 level, we do have the round number 1400 that will provide, or has potential to provide, very solid resistance for this market. And above there, the area around 1432, so not a lot of resistance between 1400 and 1432. Now, in terms of the Fibonacci extension, we're examining the relationship of the current first time frame downtrend to the previous time the market was trending down, and here we've seen the market test below all of the major levels, down through the 50%, 61.8%, testing down through the 100% and being strongly rejected from there on an indecisive spinning top type candle. It does suggest that there is a very, very real possibility of this trend changing to the upside. So what we want here is confirmation, so it makes the high of this current candle very, very important. So we're looking for a potential higher high and higher low. In terms of the Fibonacci retracement and a similar scenario here, we've seen the market testing through the 38.2% level, testing down almost to the 50% level and being strongly rejected from these areas on an indecisive candle, suggesting a good potential for a change of trend. In terms of patterns in this market, and here we previously we saw the market break out above this small pennant type pattern, a solid bullish close, giving us good confirmation of this pattern, and our target is the measured move. It's the extent of the trend leading into the pattern projected up from breakout. That gives us a target up around the 1409 level, and there is potential for the market to test up to there if we do see that change of trend and the market trade up above that 1384. Obviously the market will need to trade through the round number 1400, but there is a possibility of the market poking through that level and testing up to there, so let's be aware of that. But this has turned into a good pattern, and it has been a continuation pattern, and in the recent past in this market we have seen quite a few patterns work out quite well. Not all of their targets were met, but these congestion areas are really highlighting how the market moves from trending action to congestion to trending action to congestion, and that's what we're perhaps seeing at the moment. We're seeing some congestion and we're now waiting for trending action. We can relate this in terms of volatility. Trending action is volatility, congestion is a lack of volatility. So then we have the volatility on the breakout with the strong trend, and now we're seeing a lack of volatility. And in a cyclical nature, we'll see some more volatility or trending action come into the market. So we're looking for a breakout either up above these barriers above the market or down below. So good potential for that to happen. In terms of Ichimoku, we're still a bullish market in all three time frames, and that's quite interesting. We had the bullish breakout initially above the cloud, and if you recall, I suggested there was a possibility of it being a false breakout. We don't like breakouts up above the flat part of the cloud. They can be false moves, and what we want to see is follow through. When we did have this solid bullish breakout, we did see some follow through, and this is suggesting that the market may hold up above the cloud, and suggesting that we have had confirmation of a bullish market in that long-term time frame. The market is also trading up above the Kijun Sen and the Tenkan Sen. So we have a bullish market in the medium and fast term timeframes, and looking across here at the Chiga span, that's above the corresponding price action. So it's confirming what we're seeing in all three timeframes, and that's telling us something about momentum. Momentum is very strongly to the upside in this market, and suggesting that the next move in this market has the potential to be more so to the upside rather than to the downside. In terms of the Kijun Sen, interestingly, the Kijun Sen has turned flat, and as we know, when it turns flat, there is good potential for price action to be attracted back towards it. So let's watch the area around 1350. There is potential for the market to trade through there and move back towards the equilibrium suggested by the Kijun Sen. But the Tenkan Sen is pointing up fairly sharply, reflecting some solid upside momentum that we're seeing in this market in that short-term time frame. So potential for this market to trade back up above the 1380 level. So in this market at the moment, indecisiveness. Let's wait for a breakout either to the upside, to the downside. There is potential for the breakout to the upside to be limited by the 1400 round number level. If we see the market break out above the 1380 level in a strongly bullish manner, that may mean that the market is building some solid momentum and enough momentum to perhaps test up through the 1400 level, so be aware of that. But there is a likelihood of the market testing back down to the 1350 level or even below. But we do have solid support down below around the Tenkan Sen, the Kijun Sen, and around the top of the cloud, and down to around this 1329, 1326 level.